I'd like to take a look at the website called Airdata, airdata.com. I have a free account on this website, and what it does, it allows you to upload your flight record from your DJI drone, for instance, and it gives you access to more information from that log file. So if we look at my logs, you'll see a list here of flights that I've made with the drone. The last flight, which is the one I'm interested in, is the one at Princeton, which is this one here, the 1st of April. If I click on that, it will load more details about that flight. So the first screen I see is under a general screen. It's just a general overview showing me the date and time of the flight, the drone that was used, the flight airtime, percentage battery takeoff and landing, the version of the DJI Fly app that I was using, how far I flew, maximum distance I flew from the takeoff point, maximum altitude, maximum speed, battery temperature, plus tips and warning, plus a brief thumbnail of some of the images I took during the flight. Moving along from the overview, we come to the details. We click on the details button. It gives more information about the pilot, the drone, the batteries, etc., where the flight was and how long it lasted. Going along to notifications, we see a map indicating the flight taken and various points along the flight, giving battery levels and other notifications there. G and Q, if we go down the list, then G was a warning that a quick shot was complete. Same as Q, again, quick shot warning. But you can look at all the different warnings and notifications of what happened during the flight and get a bit more information on them. Large map, self-explanatory, just a larger version of the Google map. Again, you've got the option to change the type of map you're watching, or zoom in and out, depending on the flight. We'll come back here to power. Clicking on power gives us another list of options at the top. We've got the efficiency of the batteries, so telling us what's happened to the batteries during the flight, how long the flight time was again. And moving on, we've got battery cells, so each individual cell within the battery is monitored, and down the bottom tells us that all good, no major deviations were found. Going up to the graph for the cells, we can see the cell voltage of each of the 3 cells within the battery over the flight time. So total voltage being produced by all 3 cells, battery percentage, deviation, etc. Going down through the flight. And then we have a deviation throughout the flight, and of course the remaining battery power, and there of course the remaining battery power of the cells going back through the flight, gradually getting lower and lower. Coming back up here to the top, we've got volts and ampage, so we click on that. And we get the map view, and up the top here we can see the ampage and the volts and the colour of the path for the ampage used during the flight. Place marks and letters are where notable voltage drops occurred. So we get a colour code here showing us standard amp range. No problems there. And down the bottom we've got the comment of all good, no notable voltage drops were found. If we look at the battery info, we just get a bit more battery information, temperature, minimum temperature, maximum temperature of the battery during the flight, when it was manufactured, serial numbers and capacity. We come over to sensors. Find again, we've got a signal map. The green is a good signal, orange is fair, red is poor, and purple is very poor. Coming down, we can see individual entries and calculated signal being 100% good. Signal score, next option. So there we go, higher is better. Signal strength score 100 out of 100. Can't complain about that. If we look at GPS, again, satellite count map, green excellent, orange good, red poor, purple dangerous. Just one occasion we dipped into orange, which was during the first initial startup. Coming over to compass, and looks the rate of change of the compass of 25 degrees or more per 0.1 seconds. So the maximum compass rate was 7.7 and no issues were found. Yay! So coming back over to controls, we've got rudder response and we've got rudder map. So rudder response time is just working out the average turn times, response time for the rudder, and then comparing the left and right turns. So in other words, eventually it works out that the right rudder responds faster by 0.009 seconds. Wow, 4%. Not really an issue. And the rudder map, which shows us where the rudder was seen to be applied. Altitude, home distance, response time. So average response time seems to be about 0.8 seconds, which is shown as the minor delay, which is fine. Coming back over to weather, quite a few bits of information there about the weather during the flight, temperature, wind speed, dew point, always useful for icing issues, wind direction, cloud cover, pressure, visibility, humidity. Then we move along to the KP index, so any solar activity which may cause connection problems during the flight to 2/3. A good quiet period. Moving along to Inflight Wind. Now I've only got a free account with this website, so it's not going to give me these details, but if I paid for the account, then obviously it would give me more information. Same as Wind Map, again just a sample because I have a free account. And wind against altitude, again need the paid account to get that full detail. And finally over to media, and media just showing us snapshots of the photographs we've taken. Gives us an option to upload any media from the card within the drone if needed. And we've also got a map which shows us where the images were taken. Again, most of them I'm taking in the same sort of area, so nothing much showing there. If we zoom in, we can see all the different icons relating to the thumbnail mentioned down below here. And this is when we took a photo or started or ended a video. So clicking on that, for instance, would show me that the video recording started. And details about the gimbal and the location of the drone. This is going to be a stills image, Oh no, correction. That's going to be a video ended. Marker again. And the video recording started. Anyway, that's a quick overview of the Airdata website. I find it useful for looking at the data after a flight. I may eventually get a paid account. I think the only limit, apart from the weather information being limited, is the number of flights that you can add. I think this is limited to 400 flights on the free account. Anyway, there you go.